Online at PriorityDW.com.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. It is Tuesday afternoon. This is Kaplan and Crew. We're coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Just getting onto the airwaves of 1090. Just getting onto the stream of YouTube. All the audio podcast platforms, Apple, all the way to iHeart and everything in between. And tonight on television on Channel 4 San Diego, that's our home base here in San Diego, but it's also Channel 4 in Santa Barbara. And if you're in Orange County or LA, it's Channel 118 on Cox and Spectrum Cable. Although I will say this, last night, my girlfriend sent me a text at about 6:15 p.m., and she said, I miss you, so I actually turned on the TV show. And I'm like, but wait a second, the TV show shouldn't be on now. Right?
That's so cute.
Come on, man. That is cute. Think about that. A woman misses me.
Wow.
Think about what that is, man.
That made you feel good?
It made me feel very good.
It would make me feel good.
Made me feel special. So I turned on Channel 4 last night at like 6:15, and there we were. And the reason was I checked my guide was because coming up after us, we were the lead-in for San Diego State versus Troy in college basketball last night. So you got to just sort of, I'll say it like this, check your local listings. Normal circumstances, we're on television 7 to 8 p.m. every night. But last night, Cox made an adjustment because San Diego State wouldn't back up their basketball game till 8 p.m. Come on, guys. Come on, J.D. Wicker. Help a brother out. Move that game back to 8 so that we can be on TV from 7 to 8, and you guys play at 8 o'clock. Is that going to happen?
No.
Probably not. No, I don't think so. So we're just getting onto the airwaves. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Happy to have everybody along. Fellas, I'd love to start today with something kind of, I don't know, sort of fun and inspiring and cool. You know, I've got a man crush on Joe Musgrove. You guys know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ever since the Wonderfront gathering with Musgrove, where Musgrove asks me if he can take a picture with me so he can send it to his dad. I don't know, man. I now am in love with the Musgrove family, you know? So, been following Joe Musgrove with the Challenged Athletes Foundation, an organization that this show has been involved with for probably the better part of 20 years. Joe Musgrove with the Challenged Athletes Foundation went to Antarctica to set a world record for the fastest pitch ever thrown on that continent. And I've been following all of this like on social media.
So following it, are you like me where you're worried about Joe Musgrove? Or are you watching it like, oh, that's dope?
I'm watching it like, yo, that's dope. I'm in category B because I'm not
entire
worried.
time.
What are you worried
I've been
about?
worried.
About what?
Death,
Oh,
drownings,
oh.
freezings, hypothermia, attacked by penguins, narwhals,
What's that?
the dolphins with the pointy thing on their nose.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, from the movie Elf.
Oh, didn't know. I figured there had to be a
Yeah.
movie in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I have a
So,
friend of
just
mine that the other day I was at
things.
their house and they have this beautiful black lab, this dog. And she said to me, I said, well, hey, what's this dog's name? And she said, Katniss. And I said, catnip? What? She said,
Katniss.
Katniss. And I said, what? Like I've never, are you saying Katniss? And she's saying, yeah, Katniss. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting name. I've never heard that name before. She said, haven't you seen the movie? Was it Lord of the Rings? Or is it
No,
Hunger Games? Hunger Games. Yeah. She was, haven't you ever seen the movie Hunger Games? I'm like, never. Not seen Hunger Games. And she's like, yeah, that's the character's
There's
name.
4 of them.
Okay, well, I haven't seen, I'm 0 for 4.
Yes.
So you guys all have seen the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You guys seen Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
No, not one.
Okay.
I've seen all of them.
How many are there?
3
27.
books.
3 books?
There's 3 films and one television show, and there's also The Hobbit, which I don't do The Hobbit. That's also got 3 films. I didn't see any of The Hobbits, I just saw the Lord of the Ring movies.
Okay, so in Hunger Games, is this something I need to see?
No,
No, not anymore.
Okay.
no.
Oh, you mean it's so old now that it's not even worth it?
Not that it's
10
not.
years ago,
Not that it's not
it
worth
was
it.
like,
They're just not. They're not great films. You're not missing anything by not seeing them.
Okay. Grande?
yeah, but 10 years ago, I think it was a cultural phenomenon, maybe,
Right.
but now it's past.
10 years
Right.
ago. I'm so far past it. Like if I come
There
in,
isn't Hunger Games World at Universal Studios. There isn't Hunger Game rides at Disney, you know? Like, it
Right.
never blew up that big. I think for maybe after the first movie, people did think it was gonna get that big. The movies
Right.
just got progressively worse.
Terrible at the
Uh,
end.
yeah, but yeah, you can skip the Hunger Games.
okay, I think I'm going to. You just mentioned Disney. This is going to give me, I'm going to get to Musgrove. Just trust me on this. But you just mentioned Disney. So I decided that on Christmas Eve, I'm going to take my kids because I'm trying to figure out like all four kids are going to be, well, three kids are going to be home from college and Julia, who's here. And I need to do something with the family, just us,
Yeah.
right? So I decided I'm going to take the kids to Disneyland on Christmas Eve. Now, when I say the kids, when they were little children, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Disneyland, awesome." Now they're like young adults. So I passed it by everybody on a group chat. I'm like, "Hey guys, Christmas Eve, what do you guys think about Disneyland?" And everybody was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Disneyland, Christmas Eve, right on." So, what does it cost to go to Disneyland? Do you guys know, like, what it costs for a park hopper ticket?
Oh,
$250.
I would prefer not to tell you
Oh.
and prefer for you to be surprised.
Oh no, I already got the tickets.
Oh, man.
But
Like
tell me how much you think tickets are for Disney because I don't know.
$250.
okay, yeah.
Is that the number?
$250.
250 is a park hopper pass.
Yes.
You're sure of that, or you're
No.
rounding that out?
No, rounding around that thing.
You see, Grande though, Grande doesn't round. Grande Googles. So he's taking a look right now. What does it cost to go to Disneyland?
Well, you want park hopper.
Yeah, park hopper.
Look that up.
Park hopper passes. Browner says 250. You going over or you going under, Grande?
Under.
Okay, I'm going over. I'm going over. I think I got to think maybe it might be more like $300.
It's ridiculous. It's
It
ridiculous.
is so expensive to go, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, you're having a hard time finding this, huh?
Yeah.
They just expect you to
you're
pay
a,
it.
So you're the Southern California resident.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you got to put
Southern
in a lot
California
of.
residents enjoy a special 3-day, one park per day ticket for $73.
Okay,
Um,
$73
they're
per
weird.
day.
Like, I don't really know what,
That's
like,
not what
there
he
isn't. I know, that's why I'm taking me
Right.
forever to find what he wants, because they don't
Well, let
have
me just tell you guys really quickly. So with my gig up in LA with ESPN, that's Disney. That's who is the employer, is Disney. And as part of your Disney employment, I just found this out, you get 2 tickets per year.
244.
244 is the ticket?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get 2 tickets per year when you're employed by Disney. They give you 2 free tickets, right? And so last night, I finally, thanks to a friend of mine in LA, was helping me out with this. I was able to get into the Disney portal and figure out, dude, I'm telling you right now,
Transferred?
it was so hard. It was so hard to get these Disney tickets, even though as an employee, they're in a bank, if you will. Hey, here's your tickets, just print them out or whatever, right? It was so hard to do it. It literally took me 45 minutes to get these Disney tickets. If it wasn't for a friend on the phone who knew how to do this, I would have quit 10 minutes into it. I'd have been like, yeah, there's 8 tickets. I've got 8 tickets to Disney and I can't figure out how to use the portal. So screw it. I'm out.
Wait, you do got 8 tickets?
Had 8 tickets. Yeah.
Oh. Because I need 2. Well, it's going to cost me that amount.
Yeah. I had 8 of them. I may have 2 for you. I don't know for sure yet, but I may
need
have 2
2.
for you. You
I
do
need
for what?
2.
I'm never going back to Disneyland regular again, ever.
Baby girl got to go.
What is Disneyland
Yeah.
regular versus something else?
They do theme nights,
Mhm.
which is like 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., where it's like the park is closed and they allow a certain amount of people in there. Like, I'd rather pay extra to not wait in a 4-hour line to get on
man.
Buzz
Coastal
Lightyear.
Elite.
This
Well,
guy.
but Rachel said to me last night, because then I downloaded the Disney app and all my tickets are in the Disney app. And I guess you can buy on the Disney app, you can buy like line passes. What do they call those things where you're passing?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're
Right.
called, but you can pass right through the line. But they charge you for it. And Rachel's like, it's worth every penny. And I'm like, yeah, but I feel like I might buy that. And then we show up on Christmas Eve and there are no lines. Because
oh, they're gonna be
no,
bro. You're gonna be rudely awakened by how
brother.
long you'll be waiting in lines, my friend.
Well,
brother.
but
Christmas time is the worst.
But
time.
a friend of mine who's like a regular Disney visitor, she has this website that she uses, and it tells you like what are the best days to go versus what are the worst days to go in terms of traffic. And Christmas Eve is considered like one of the best days to go. So I don't know, man. These passes that you buy to go faster through the line, I don't know how much those cost either. And do I want to really spend all that? I don't know.
Hey man,
so according to itspacked.com, which is I always go to when I go to Disneyland.
What is
December
it called?
24th.
PAX?
It's isitpacked.com.
Isitpacked.com.
Yeah.
Isitpacked.com.
It's a great
So
question.
they have a couple of like levels. So they go Ghost Town. Hey, it's all right. Yup, it's packed. Or forget about it. The last time I went, it was a yup, it's packed, but it ended up being one of the busiest days of the year. It's forecasted right now that yup, it's packed for December 24th
for Christmas Eve. Yup, it's packed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for me, it's not really about like getting in line to ride the Dumbo ride, where it's a small world. It's more
Ain't nobody riding those, bro.
No,
those would be free. Those would be open.
Okay, Space Mountain. For me, it's more like just walking around the park on Christmas Eve. And
why are you going again?
Because I need something to do with like my 4 kids and girlfriend during the holidays that would be fun and bring us all together. And I don't know, just do something.
Bro, your kids don't want to go to no damn Disneyland?
No, dog, they do.
Half your kids drink.
Yeah, so can't they drink in Disneyland?
Disney, what's it called? California Adventure, yeah.
Yeah, well, we can go there too. I got a park hopper.
Yeah.
Browner says, I need 2. You need 1 for you and baby Jay, huh?
Yeah. Well, I ain't going. I'm never going back.
Oh, really? Why not?
I'm never going back. I hate it.
I hate Disneyland.
I hate it, bro.
What's wrong with you guys?
I hate it. I'm good.
I don't have kids. Why would I like it?
I don't like rides. I also not a big fan of the early Disney work. So therefore, there's no reason for me to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to do something nice for my kids. I was like trying to figure out something
very nice.
Something I could do. Put the kids all in a car together, drive an hour north, hang out all day. And then, by the way, I was like, I've got these tickets. I mean, they give them to me.
Ain't somebody playing somewhere? Take them to a Lakers game or something.
On Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
No, Christmas Day is like the big basketball day, right?
Dude, Disneyland with the family is a great thing. Don't listen to Browner. I just want to warn you, it's going to be packed.
All right, well.
Like, annoyingly packed.
You're probably going to spend like $1,000 that day. Easy.
No, I'm not. I got all these tickets. They were part of my deal. I got them as an employee.
You got to pay to cut the line.
Okay, which I may or may not do.
Everybody's going to eat.
I don't know if I'm going to feed these people.
2 out of the 4 going to drink. Well, 4 out of the 6 going to drink. Bruh. All right. You go ahead. You let me know. Keep a tab running.
You're acting like money's an issue for LA Cap over here.
I mean, it's not. It's not.
It is.
But it's not. It's not. It's not.
It is. No, it is.
It's not. It's put it like this. It's not till it is.
No, it is. You got 3 kids in college? Believe me, it is.
You're going to start buying and going, how 3, 4? Oh, we need 4?
We're going to get 1 beer and everybody's going to have a sip.
3 straws. Give me 1 large beer. Give me 3 straws, sir. Thank you.
All right, look. I don't know how we got off onto a tangent. I planned on talking about Joe Musgrove. Here goes. I'm getting into it. Before I do, I will just send a shout out to one of our great sponsors, and that is Ride One Up e-bikes. Ride the number 1 up. rideoneup.co/great friends. Alex, I don't know if you can pull this up real quick, but if you go to this landing page, rideoneup.co/great friends, you can see the entire lineup of Ride One Up e-bikes. Now, Alex was riding one, and then his wife commandeered it, which is why they should be buying a second one for a Christmas gift together. And then Browner's got his own e-bike, and Browner just, he's on his own, man.
You already know what time it is.
One-man show. I mean, here they're trying to give you $30 off. If you use our promo code, you're getting $50 off. Alex, which is the one that you have? Which is the e-bike you have?
The limited.
You got the limited. So $16.95, and then is there still a discount? Is there Black Friday sale still discounting them?
Well, it is discounted. It's $200 off right now.
Oh, great. Okay, and then you take another $50 off by using our promo code. Which one do you have, Browner?
I got the big one.
The big one.
Mm-hmm. The mother load.
Is that it right there, the Prodigy? Or
yes, sir.
It is?
That's
nice.
the one right there. That's him.
That's him, huh?
Him.
Yeah, that's a nice bike.
Dude.
Real nice bike.
Mm-hmm.
So rideoneup.co/greatfriends. Use our promo code greatfriends. You'll save an additional $50 if you're going to buy an e-bike for your kid, if you're going to buy one for your wife, if you want to get two for husband and wife combo, whatever. If you're thinking about e-bikes this holiday season, please always support our sponsors and consider rideoneup.co/greatfriends. I know a lot of people have already bought them. This is from months ago, and they really love them. And so that's the place to go, rideoneup.co/greatfriends. All right, so I was going to talk about Joe Musgrove to get things started. And interesting because Musgrove is in Antarctica trying to set a world record while the entire baseball world is here in San Diego. And obviously a lot of moves yesterday. This Trea Turner move to Philadelphia, I know we talked about it during the show yesterday, but some of the reporting on this is like, oh, the Padres lost out big time on Trea Turner. And even some of the internal conversations that have been reported, like that the Padres were really upset that they thought they were going to get Trea Turner. In fact, some people even reported that the Padres offered Trea Turner more than the Phillies did, which makes it seem like a loss. You know, like why would you take less money to go play in Philadelphia rather than more money to come play in San Diego? But if I were Trea Turner and I were on the other end of that, I'd be like, well, what do you guys want me for? Don't you have Tatis signed to a 14-year contract? Why do you guys want me? I'm wondering, guys, we talked about it yesterday. Are the Padres married to Tatis at short? Doesn't seem that way. I'm really wondering if the Padres are internally having this conversation. Let's get Tatis back on the field. Let's see that he's healthy. Let's watch him produce. And then let's get out of the Tatis business. I wonder if the Padres are more interested in signing Soto long-term and recouping assets by using Tatis. What's your read on all this talk about trying to find a shortstop and feeling like they lost out on Trea Turner? That'll lead right into the Musgrove stuff.
False.
There is a multiple reports that the Padres offered Trea Turner a $341 million contract. Up until I read that, I was like, oh, maybe they're just like, maybe like Brown was saying, maybe they're meeting, they're doing their due diligence. But then the AC article, the AJ Cassava article, the Dennis Lynn article, no, the Padres really wanted Trea Turner. Like that was number one on their list this offseason, and they missed out on him. Like it is not a secret. They didn't make it a secret. Like they wanted Trea Turner on this team. They offered him $341 million. Now I genuinely haven't had enough time to process what that means for this team. Does that mean that Peter Seidler is just going to make the Padres the new Yankees and just throw money at everybody and outbid everybody and just get as much collective talent as possible? Or does that mean more for the future of Fernando Tatis than maybe we know? And I genuinely don't know yet. It's really difficult to get a grasp on what the Padres are doing if they genuinely made a $341 million offer to Trea Turner, with Machado being able to opt out after 1 year and Soto being able to opt out or be a free agent after 2.
I don't think
it's confusing.
I don't think any of that's true. I don't think they offered him that much money. I think that they, again, met with him, did their due diligence, because I think they're doing business, period. And I think they're going to sign guys. I think they're going to trade for a big name.
Well,
there
just a
will
quick
be
question for you,
another
though,
large name on this roster. Yes.
Answer this for me, though. Hypothetical. You ready? Let's say the Padres did offer Trea Turner $341 million. Mm-hmm. Hypothetical, right?
Okay.
And Trea Turner comes back to him and goes, okay, done. Do the Padres then go, no, hold on. We weren't serious. We were just kind of driving up the price for everybody else. We didn't really have any interest in signing you. I mean, is that what you think? Like that if he would have accepted their offer, they would have said no thanks?
Have you seen Moneyball?
I have.
Did you ever see how he's telling one person one thing, telling somebody something else? You're not getting these reports from agents. You're getting this report from reporters. Trea Turner's agent didn't come out and say this. These are quote unquote reports. Which, by the way, we were also once reported that Max Scherzer was traded to the Padres. That didn't work out either.
Well, he was.
These are reports. These are reports. Me personally, I am happy if this turns out to be true. Because again, I don't know. I don't think it happened, but I don't know. If it is true, they offered that much money, then we in business because our owner wants to win. So
what I'm trying to read is what it means for Tatis.
I don't care what it means for him. I don't think he's going anywhere. But I mean, I don't necessarily care.
Well, you're the guy that's been saying that he has to play short.
He does.
Why would you get Trea Turner?
I'm telling you what he wants, what he said, what he wants to do in this organization, and what he wants to do in this organization, he gets. So he said,
I don't know if he's got that kind of clout anymore. All right, hold on. Wait, well, let's continue the conversation. I wanted to get to Joe Musgrove and this record that he's trying to set in Antarctica with the Challenge Athletes Foundation. We'll get there. More on the baseball winter meetings and a ton to just get going here. This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studio.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by Jackery Solar Generator. Explore further with Jackery Solar Generator.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Absolutely. The best part of the day is working with the team and working directly with customers. Just because it's fun and I enjoy collaborating. I enjoy watching the customers' reactions when the designers come up with their spaces. And we really take pride in the team effort and what we accomplish in the end.
I can tell that the team we have, accountability is very important. They feel like the work that we do is not just a reflection of themselves, but a reflection of us.
We've always been a design build company, but now we've taken design, not only architectural, but interior design to a completely different level.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing even when someone isn't looking. In turn, the homeowners get a really great product.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Your next outdoor family adventure awaits. Exploring and adventuring to new places, creating beautiful memories for your ultimate family experience using clean and pure energy. Endless charging for endless possibility, fueling all your outdoor needs. Our easy to set up solar panels offer clean and powerful energy. Pass-through charging means you can charge still fully enjoying your adventures. Experience your dreams with Jackery. Be free on your travels, enjoying delicious meals. Listen to the sounds of nature or a great film, peacefully and quietly. Making these small moments count. Jackery Solar Generator.
Jackery. Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by Jackery Solar Generator. Explore further with Jackery Solar Generator.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Hey, everybody, I'm glad you guys are watching. And right in the middle of the show, I love to talk about one of our great sponsors. In this case, it's Jackery, and you can visit them online at jackery.com. And a couple of Jackery ambassadors, brand ambassadors, are standing by. This is Giselle and Steven, who I've been looking at their website, The Lover's Passport. Hey, guys, first of all, welcome. Glad to have you guys here. How you doing today?
Amazing.
Doing great, yeah.
Thanks so much for having us.
Tell us what The Lover's Passport is. I've been looking at the website, theloverspassport.com, and I am so jealous of the two of you guys.
Well, it kind of started as just a side hustle for us, a little couples adventure blog, if you will. And it slowly turned into a passion project of ours during COVID lockdown. And we bought our first camera in April of 2020 and just started capturing all of our adventures instead of just writing about them. And fast forward to present day, now we're both full-time travel photographers and adventure enthusiasts.
Did you guys know that you had the eye or the talent to be good photographers? Because I take a lot of pictures and I don't think I'm a photographer. I'm just a guy who has a bunch of pictures on my phone.
We're completely self-taught from YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like we used to model for one of my friends when we did different hikes. So we both loved hiking. And then eventually we were like, why don't we just buy our own camera and we can take some of our own pictures? Because we followed some of these other travel couples that inspired us a ton. So we were like, we could totally do this.
Wow, that's so cool. You guys learned photography on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube University, as we say.
Oh my God, YouTube you. That's awesome. You guys should have shirts that say YTU.
Yeah, I mean, you can learn. I have a degree in film and media, but I never did the production side of it. And the resources that are currently available online to whether you're learning photography or a totally other skill, it's incredible these days.
Where are you guys from? I read that you guys are both California people. Is that right?
Yes, born and raised in Southern California.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Ventura, California. She's a little bit south.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Woodland Hills.
Okay,
gotcha. Valley girl.
Gotcha. Okay, well, this is perfect because we've got a lot of people watching on Cox Your View throughout San Diego, Orange County, LA, Santa Barbara. So all your people are going to definitely get a chance to see all of this. So you guys become full-time travel adventure bloggers. I've been reading a bunch of your blogs. My son goes to college in West Virginia. I see you guys have a full thing on West Virginia. That was really cool for someone like me to read.
Yeah, we loved West Virginia. It was beautiful out there.
I think one thing that we really try and do is a lot of states travel, especially coming out of the pandemic. And a lot of hidden gems are just right around the corner in the States. And a lot of people think, you have to go to these beautiful international destinations, but there are so many hidden gems to explore in the state. And a lot of them there were tons and tons of these beautiful waterfalls out in West Virginia. We were really impressed.
So you guys become travel, adventure, outdoor bloggers, if you will. And then who puts the website together and who comes up with the name, The Lover's Passport?
That was me. I'm betting you couldn't guess that one. I used to work in marketing before I did this. I was very used to SEO and the back end of websites and writing articles and things like that. So I came up with The Lover's Passport by taking synonyms for couples travel and then came up with names that were still available because I was like, oh, what's something that's going to get a lot of traffic? It's not even, there's no fun story behind it. I just what's searchable and memorable.
We would be doing a lot of international travel, but then the pandemic hit, so we kind of pivoted from lots of international travel and started doing a lot of road trips to really highlight the states.
So jealous, dude. So jealous. So tell me this, you guys are photographers, so you need a lot of power. You've got equipment with you. You're also blogging and you're working on your website. So you have to, be able to be powered. And that's where our common partner Jackery comes in. Got about a minute and a half. I'd love for you to tell us about Jackery and what products you use and how you use them.
Yeah, Jackery's like completely changed the way that we could travel because before we were always plugging into the car. I think my car battery died like a dozen or so times. And then finally we started using the Jackery and we can charge our laptops off it. We can charge all of our camera gear. And it's really nice because it also has solar panels. So for our longer road trips, we can be completely self-sustained where we can put out the Jackery, be able to get some power from that and recharge even while we're pulling a lot of energy from our laptops.
And it's just nice if you're a digital nomad or doing
Mhm.
remote work. It gives you the flexibility to travel and still get work done without having to worry about your laptop dying in the middle of the desert, you know? So it's
Exactly.
such a great tool. We've been using the 1000 for over 2 years now, along with the solar panels, and we just recently upgraded. So we're really excited to continue using our Jackery out on our road trips.
Hey guys, Giselle and Steven, it is great to be with you guys. I look forward to a much longer conversation. The website is theloverspassport.com. And the other website that you should know about is jackery.com. And I loved what you guys just had to say about powering up and using solar power. It's great advice for people who are going to be tailgating or going to be traveling themselves. Good luck with more of your adventures. You got a new fan who's going to be following you guys on all the social platforms and your website. And thank you so much for talking about Jackery with us.
And thanks so
Thanks
much
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
A real pleasure, guys. Thank you. Back to the show, everybody.
Drivers are getting in accidents at a rate we've never seen before, jumping 18% since 2020. There are higher incidents of speeding and more aggressive driving since the pandemic began. Please slow down and drive safely. It can save a life.
Murray Lampert's design process is very collaborative. We love the process, and what's best about the process is the way that it can flex as needed. So if there's a new piece of technology that's available that's really going to help us out, make a more accurate model, we're going to utilize that. We'll send the measure-off team to the house, and they will end up scanning the house using drones, LiDAR scanning, lasers, and tape measures to measure every square inch of the home. Then they'll take that information back to the office and build a 3D model of the home. We'll be upfront and honest if they're asking for things that may be out of their budget. We're going to let them know up front. We're always motivated to strive for excellence. There's kind of not another way to be. We do the best work we can and ultimately make the homeowners happy. What makes me proud is when we present that 3D model to the homeowners and we wow them. Sometimes we even bring tears to their eyes because they love the design so much. That brings me a lot of joy.
Watch the San Diego State Aztecs take on the Kennesaw State Owls. December 12th at 7 p.m. Only on YourView and YourView.com.
I feel like I have the fun part of the job where I get to help out and make my clients' houses look beautiful. We start with looking at the floor plan, space planning, and then we look at countertops, tile, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, everything like that. We have a lot of client meetings start in our conference room. Sometimes we have some clients that have already selected certain items that they want to incorporate into their project. We want to make sure they're happy with it because they're going to be living with it for a very long time. Sometimes we'll do something that goes totally with the style, and then we'll have a total outlier option for the client. And a lot of the times they end up going with that because they want to see something totally different. We want to make sure that we're focusing in on our clients. I really want to make sure at the end of the day the clients are happy, that I'm keeping up with my communication with them, and that we know that at the end of the day as well, and moving through the process of construction and everything, that we're going to have a successful project.
At the Barnes firm, we're seeing more pedestrian and bicycle accidents. Drivers are rolling through red lights, and distracted driving makes every intersection a danger zone for pedestrians. Look both ways when crossing, even if you have the right of way.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. Welcome back inside the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. I mentioned at the end of chatting with Gary Cooper in the last segment that Browner was really excited to talk World Cup. So I wanted to invite a friend of mine on the show. Now, Grande and Brown Man, have you guys ever met Mark Rogandino before?
No.
No.
Do you guys have any idea, other than maybe what you've looked up, who Mark Rogandino is?
Sounds like he owns an Italian restaurant.
Okay. Okay. Alex, maybe
I
you have a
didn't
better
think
idea.
that.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I see where he's at now.
Yeah. So Mark Rogandino is a San Diegan, grew up here in San Diego, but he really has made his mark in the media and the sports broadcasting business in LA. He's affiliated with the LAFC. He's with Fox 11. He actually did what you did last week, Alex. He flew up to the Pac-12 championship game, so was in Vegas last week for that as well. So I was like, look, I want to talk a little bit of World Cup. I need to understand what's going on now, because once the USA is out, I tend to kind of fall off, you know? So Mark Rogandino is here. It looks like he's in the television studios at Fox 11 in LA, I think. Mark, good afternoon. Glad to have you on the radio down in San Diego. All your friends can hear. What's happening, man?
I'm just pumped to be on with you guys. I mean, it looks like you got a couple of new co-hosts. Excited to meet those guys. Excited to talk World Cup. And, Scotty, we go back for quite a ways. By the way, great intro. And you can add into there, because I saw the DraftKings over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Love to get a little sprinkle, a little wagering now and then too,
Okay. All right. Right on. So, Mark, yeah, I mean, Mark and I go way back, and yeah, he knows the old Scott and BR show. And then Mark, 3 years ago, 1090 went off the air. We've rehashed this story a million times. Billy Ray decided to retire. Linda is kind of doing her thing as well. Alex was the producer of the show starting in 2012, although he started interning with us, out of San Diego State in like 2010. And Browner started working with the show in probably what year, Browner? About 2015-ish or so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. And so then Billy Ray retired, Linda kind of retired, and the show went into a massive transition. And now it's the three of us. And it's like just the three of us. And that's it. There ain't nobody else other than just the three of us. That's it.
Yeah, but
So
as they say, the show must go on, right, Cappy? I mean, the show's got to go on. I love getting a chance to hear you up in the LA airwaves too. Of course, I'm pumped to be down in the San Diego area. Let's see if I can still remember my Ocean Beach zip code was 92107. I think that's what it was, 92107.
How could you not know that? I don't know about you guys. I know my phone number from the house I grew up in. I haven't been in that house since 1988, and I can tell you that in 1988, when we didn't have cell phones, my home phone number, 305-752-7666.
Yeah, but Scott, zips are different. Zips are different. Do you remember the zip code of where you lived when you went to Pitt?
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, that's my point.
No, I don't. Do you know your home phone number when you graduated high school?
Living across from Rachel, of course I do. 619-224-9735.
How about you, Alex?
Yeah, see, with me is my home phone number. It's still my Vaughn's number. Never changed it. Never updated it.
The question is do you remember your best buddy down the street that you used to call all the time to go hop on your BMX bike or your Redline or your Haro and hit the jumps, or maybe hit the skate ramp? Do you remember that guy's number?
Dude, my best friend from high school, his home phone number was 305-752-1063. I'm like 95% sure on that.
Somebody's going to be getting some great prank calls later today.
You know what's funny? Yeah, you know what's funny is I know both my grandma's phone number now by heart of her house. I know my old home number. I know my old grandma's number by heart. And I cannot. If you told me what's your mom's cell phone number right now, I couldn't even tell you after 805. I know it starts there.
No question. If you ask me, I could tell you my son's cell phone number, but my three daughters could not. Even my girlfriend, I could not tell you her phone number right now.
Yeah.
I might be able to give you the last four numbers, but I couldn't give you the phone number. Browner, how about you? Your home phone number from when you were a kid.
Come on, man. What y'all doing? I ain't got no space in my brain for that.
You already forgot Mark's name. Come on.
I'm looking to the side to see who we talking to. I don't know nobody's phone number, man.
Mark,
you need to erase some of that information out your brain so you can learn how to work some of this technology.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Mark Rogandino is here, and like I said, if you are a San Diegan, Mark's been, he's a lifer, but he moved up to LA quite a few years ago. Was working for Fox at the time, doing a bunch of soccer. And Mark, I guess I really should ask you if you could just kind of list what you do, man, because you got a lot going on.
These days, in between pre and post game host for LAFC on the TV side, and then joining you on the other. Am I allowed to say it? The other station up there in LA.
Everybody who listens to 1090 knows that I also work in LA.
710 ESPN LA, which is also where you can find LAFC matches and LAFC content. And then, in addition to that, hop in wherever you fit in. Here I'm at the Fox 11, Fox LA TV studios. So been hosting a Chase for the Cup show in between World Cup games. We got bumped off the air today and yesterday because the games went to penalty kicks. So our hour time slot from 9 to 10 a.m. was bumped off. And then for about the past 7 years, I've done a NBA in virtual reality game of the week where I do play-by-play last couple of years with Richard Jefferson. And so if you want to jump inside the metaverse and throw on your Oculus headset, we take you courtside on all of the NBA arenas to see end-to-end views that you cannot buy in virtual reality.
Wow, that's really cool. And all this from a kid from San Diego who I knew like literally almost 20 years ago when I tried, and I don't know why they ever asked me to do this. Well, I kind of know why they did it, and I just did it for the money at the time. Alex, I don't know if you ever know this. I did play-by-play for like a season or two of the San Diego Sockers.
Really?
Yeah, because they were like, dude, we if you do play-by-play, you'll talk about it on the radio. And I was new to town essentially, and it seemed like good money. And I remember Mark was a young kid who was kind of, I don't know exactly what he did for the Sockers, but he had this look on his face like they hired this idiot who doesn't know anything about indoor soccer to do play-by-play when I am right here and I could do a better job right now. You know, I can remember what year you think that was, Mark?
2001. So it's been more than 20 years.
Jesus, man.
I know.
Insane.
Where's the time gone, Cappy?
Insane.
Where has the time gone, right?
I know. And then you'll love this, Browner and Grande. The last thing before we talk World Cup, you'll love this. So Mark grew up in Ocean Beach. Across the street, Rachel, my girlfriend now, Rachel was Mark's babysitter as a kid.
Small world,
Wow,
boys.
dude.
Small world, fellas.
Wow. That's crazy.
I know what I know to this day. I can still see my babysitters when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, dude. And those girls, they were 16, 17, 18 years old. And dude, I thought they were like the sexiest, most gorgeous women on the planet. I just wonder what goes on in that mind of what you were at 11 years old when my now girlfriend was babysitting
Hey,
you,
not just me, my brother, 2 years younger too, right? You know, like, you know, we might have been peeking through the blinds over there across the street. You know, what's going on over there in that household over there? She's in high school. Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious, dude. That is hilarious.
Oh my God, that's great. Mark Rogandino is on the airwaves of 1090 here in San Diego. Yes, Orange County, LA, Oxnard, Santa Barbara, SLO, the whole deal, man. Anywhere you can find 1090. We're glad to have everybody listening today. We are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. So, all right, Mark, here's the deal. Browner here, uninterested World Cup fan. Kaplan here, USA fan. Grande here, pretty much all in because he's like
allegedly
our local soccer expert, if you will. Can someone explain to me the storyline that I was seeing earlier in the day that Ronaldo was not starting for, is it Portugal? Do I have that right?
Correct.
And I had been reading earlier in the week that maybe he signed with a club in Saudi Arabia. Does that sound right? For like huge
Correct.
money, like $200 million a year, right?
Yep.
I mean, we think it's crazy that Justin Verlander got $43 million a year. Ronaldo's getting paid $200 million a year. Because is he playing on the live tour of soccer or what?
You know, I'm sure one of these guys can speak to it. If you follow soccer headlines regularly, and I think people in the States don't always understand it, is the fact that these guys are getting paid ridiculous money overseas. A guy like Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, or Lionel Messi, who's reportedly maybe going to come and join David Beckham's team in Major League Soccer, Inter Miami. Well, if he was going to come and join Inter Miami, Lionel Messi, he would probably his salary would be somewhere around $4 million a year. That's about tops, maybe $5 million a year. The guy was getting $1 million a year right now playing in Paris for Paris Saint-Germain. So it can't be about the money when these guys make these certain moves. But for Ronaldo, it looks like it is. And those are actually two separate stories, Scotty, in the sense that I believe he's not going to start for Portugal, and the reason would be it has something to do with tactical, meaning I think it's part of their game plan that they want to have some younger, fresher legs in there earlier in the match to pressure Switzerland in that game. But when you talk about the club scene, away from his country, yeah, he's going to reportedly get like 200 million to go over and play in Saudi Arabia and probably finish the last couple of years of his club career and just adding to his bankroll. Not a bad choice. Come on.
Let me ask you a question. We got a lot of guys with money here. Why can't we, if soccer is supposed to be on the up and coming since I was 7, I'm 41. Why haven't we found 8 to 10 billionaires here to basically do that? Because we give guys $200 million contracts all the time around here.
The short answer would be twofold, and that is because Major League Soccer, compared to leagues around the world, is still in diapers, right? I mean, this league's only been around since the mid-90s. So you're talking about leagues over in England, the Premier League, that are well over a century old. And then the other part of that answer would be there's so many other things to – you guys are in San Diego, there's so many other things to do, right? There's so many other sports that attract these large pockets of billionaires. Basketball, the NBA, right? If you ask one of the richest guys in San Diego, hey, do you want to bring an NBA franchise back to San Diego and have an arena, or do you want to have an MLS team? What do you think he would say? I think it's pretty obvious, right? And so I think that's the reason why we haven't been able to get to that point. But back to the first part of the answer, this is still very young. This is new. We're only, would that be 1996? So I was told there'd be no math on the show today, but right around like 26 years ago, that the league came about. So yeah, give it time. And look, they still continue to add teams. They're being profitable. You've got major high profile owners like Will Ferrell with LAFC, David Beckham over there with Inter Miami. You're getting there, but it's going to take baby steps.
All right. So Mark Rogandino is here, and I really wanted him to come on to talk World Cup as to like where we are. Alex, I know you probably know all of this, but I hope that when people are listening, they're like, okay, I'm kind of like Scott. I watched the USA team on Saturday. They lost. I'm kind of not as interested in as I was. Or maybe you got people like Browner that are like just anti-soccer and they're haters. So I just hope that people can like, well, it's true, Browner. Come on. It's true.
Yeah. Browner, no, you're just a hater. No soccer for you at all.
Nah, listen, this is what I want, okay? I want to be entertained. End of story. And I just don't find, because I wasn't raised in it, I don't know the finer points of it, I'm not entertained by it. I've never given myself an opportunity to become engulfed in the rules and what makes a 0-0 tie exhilarating. Like, that ain't me, bruh. That ain't me. So I'm only one person, and the billions of people around the globe will keep the game alive. They'll need my eyeballs.
No, listen, I totally get that. Yeah, and that is 100%. I don't hate on people like that at all. Because imagine this, right? If you're from Europe and all of a sudden you come over and you watch American football, I mean, think about how many rules are in American football, right? Wouldn't they be like, what do you mean he has 3 downs to try and get 10 yards? Oh, and then it resets and he gets another 3 downs. Or if he doesn't make it, and there's plenty of rules there, right? It can be confusing because it's not part of your culture. But I would say this to you: if you didn't, you should go back and watch MLS Cup this year. That's won by my club, LAFC. We beat Philadelphia in the championship. I don't know that you could have ever scripted a better sporting event. It had everything from goals, 5 of them total.
I like points.
A goalkeeper breaking his leg in the middle of the match to add extra momentum or extra time on there. There was 9 minutes extra time. A European superstar who came off the bench to help LAFC in that game. Superstars abound, great goals. I mean, if you're not a soccer fan, that is one match you could go and watch. Sit down, make yourself a meal, maybe a Nico's burrito or something like that. Sit down, a little carne asada, pop a cold beer, watch some of that game, and I'm telling you, you'll be like, oh, this is actually not bad.
Okay.
El Pueblo burrito too, or Lourdes burrito.
Burritos from gas stations at this point.
No. Alex, why don't you jump in here though with Mark and kind of, because both of you guys are you pretty much know what's going on in the World Cup. I want everybody to walk away, and I actually want to walk away.
We're soccer guys, Alex.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
All right, go ahead, Alex. Jump in, because the things that we need to know at this stage of the World Cup.
Well, I just think that there's been in the group stage, there's a lot of upset, obviously. But
yes,
in the quarterfinals, we're seeing all the big dogs. You're seeing England, France, Argentina, Brazil, but Morocco this morning with the stunning PK upset over Spain was maybe my favorite moment so far of the World Cup. Any chance that we're going to see Morocco make a run here? What do you think? Because they just seem to be, they won their group, and they stunned Spain. They looked very comfortable against Spain. What do you think about Morocco?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the beauty of World Cup play, right? Is if you see some of these Cinderella stories. I think another one would be Japan. Japan won their group in a group when they were in there with Spain and Germany, two world powerhouses. Germany doesn't even make it out of the group. Spain, really, I think for all intents and purposes, for people who didn't see it, they played to get second place to set up the match against Morocco. And how do you like me now? Morocco wins in penalties and they're moving on. And then, of course, you're talking about Morocco winning their own group. They took out world number 2 Belgium, who are sitting at home on the couch watching the knockout stages of it right now. I don't think Morocco is going to go much further because obviously as we whittle down and we get to the quarterfinals, it gets that much tougher. But I do think we're on a crash course to see Argentina, Brazil, which is must-watch TV. I guarantee you will see tempers flare. You will see cards. You will see goals. You will see world-class talent on the field. So if you're Scotty, and Brownie, if you're not watching because the U.S. team isn't in there anymore or because you don't really love soccer, when you get to that one, Brazil, Argentina, you just sit down and at least watch that one because I guarantee you will be thrilled. It'll be like a film playing out in front of your eyes.
It's not like
I did watch Mbappe. I watched him.
Not bad.
He scored.
And he's only 22. The guy's about to be 23. He's already won a World Cup last time around in 2018. And now he's scoring goals for fun out there, making guys look silly.
I was watching earlier today this Portugal game. It was on. And but there was the game that was earlier. It was the Morocco game, Alex. That was the one that preceded it this morning, right? But I haven't gotten into a rhythm of like getting up and turning on the TV, and I need to sit down and watch. So it's on and it's in the background. But you mentioned Argentina and Brazil. What's the sell there for a guy like Brown, for example, who's like Argentina, Brazil? I don't have any interest in that. What's the sell, Mark?
The sell would be one of the younger best players in the world in Neymar or Richarlison, who's got 3 goals in the tournament so far. So Brazil is loaded with talent all over the board. Vinicius Jr., Richarlison, Casemiro. Rafinha. They have talent all over the board, right? Nothing has changed with Brazil. They seem to restock every single World Cup. Used to be names like Roberto Carlos or the old Ronaldo before Cristiano Ronaldo, Rivaldo, but they just retool every year and they continue to have great talent. So Neymar is at the front of that list. He plays for Paris Saint-Germain over in Europe. Well, Argentina has Messi, who also plays over in Europe for Paris Saint-Germain. And he is one of the best number 10s, meaning like one of the best point guards in the entire world. He's getting a little longer in the tooth, getting a little bit older. This will probably be his final World Cup. But as a guy who's won everything on the club stage before, but he's never been able to take Argentina to the pinnacle and win a World Cup. So you got 2 world-class talents, one a little older than the other, who can do totally different. It would be akin to, it would be something, if I can give it a basketball analogy, Neymar would be a scorer, a talent that really attacks, a guy that can get in, a Jason Tatum, if you will. And then on the other side, you would have in Messi, you would have the Russell Westbrook in his prime, and they're matching up against each other in a huge game to probably go to in the semifinal, likely to probably go to the World Cup final.
I would probably liken it to as close as for Browner and Scott. I think this is as imagine the U.S. and Mexico playing in the World Cup. But this is like on steroids for the world, because Brazil and Argentina are South American CONMEBOL rivals. Like that, they always battle each other. That is the rivalry. It's like imagine U.S. and Mexico taking on each other in the World Cup. But way better, like way better. Like
yeah,
like
just only because those 2 countries have had have reached way higher heights in the past.
Like Mexico's never made it to a semifinal in the World Cup. The U.S., This is like if that happens. So what is it? Brazil has to beat Croatia and Argentina has to beat the Netherlands,
right?
It's likely. It's gonna be that's like a final in itself. Really is.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. That's like
plus, hey, Scotty. Plus, I should add this real quick. What about like when they flash to the fans in the stands? You know, a little Argentine talent, Brasileiras. You know, a little samba. I mean, who you telling me you guys don't like that?
No, Browner, that could be reason for you to watch, just that alone. Mark Rogandino, it is great to see you. It's great to have you on the show. As a San Diego native, I'm sure it's going to be great to have all your friends and family tuning in this afternoon. So, hey, thanks so much for doing this, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm open for it anytime. Studio looks great. Can we do like a on the fly tea time? Like get the GoPros out and shoot this whole thing one time, you know?
Especially with Browner's golf game. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, is he coming around? Is he lowering is he lowering the index?
He's good. He's really good. Hey, hold on one second, everybody.
Good.
Stick around. We got plenty more to get to including all the major headlines from around the NFL. This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Thanks, Bart.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by Jackery Solar Generator. Explore further with Jackery Solar Generator.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, you. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Joining me now is Paco Franco, Medicare Benefits Consultant with Clever Care. Thank you so much for joining us, Paco.
Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate it.
First off, we hear that Clever Care is a health plan customized for growing diverse populations. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most distinct differences of Clever Care is that we combine the principles of Eastern and Western medicine to our approach of healthcare. You know, we believe in the complete well-being of our members and believe that wellness should be affordable. Anybody who's eligible for Medicare can join Clever Care Medicare Advantage HMO plan. We also have another enrollment period coming up called the annual enrollment period. This is the most popular one, which takes place from October 15th to December 7th. And during this time, you can sign up for a new plan, you can switch plans, you can leave a plan, or simply just return to your original Medicare.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Muéstrame cómo va a manejar a papi. ¿A dónde vas a ir?
On every mountain and valley you tread, through wind and rain, we're here with you. To shine a light when it gets dark, and to forge a path where it gets tough. Let Jackery Solar power all your hopes and dreams. Take you where you want to go, to the goals you chase, to the ones you love. Explore further with Jackery Solar. Jackery, 10 years on.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Your Health is brought to you by Clever Care Health Plan, your partners for comprehensive care.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.